first person I want to mention is Trish Stratus, who is one of the first real breakout stars of the semi-modern era of wrestling. She was the template for a number of years for what a female wrestler should, quote unquote, should be. She was a fitness model who was pretty decent in the ring. She was okay on a mic, real easy on the eyes, but also she was athletic too. So she could end up on a list like this any day of the week, and it would be totally justifiable. We had so many we had to get to. She just didn't make this list.
If you look at when I debuted, it was definitely, I was there because for the sex appeal. I was there as the valet. I was, walking the guys through the ring and being sexy. That was my role. And then thankfully in 2001, they were like, okay, we're going to bring back the women's title. So there was no division. So people say, like, did you always want to be, did you know you wanted to be a diva or a women's champion? I was like, there really wasn't anyone to mold myself after. Right?
And then what I would put out there, and an argument can be made either way, I would say Miss Elizabeth. I when I was a kid and, Macho Man was hot and Elizabeth was hot, I knew grown men who watched wrestling just to see her. And you can argue whether or not that's influential, but it is important, and it did put eyeballs on the products that they wouldn't have watched otherwise.
Helped change some of, the face of wrestling. Like you said, put eyes on the product for sure.
Yeah.
So my two are mother-daughter team, and it's Cora and Debbie Combs. And they're from Hazard. Cora was from Hazard, Kentucky. She was a female wrestler many, many years, easy on the eyes when she was younger, and she eventually had a daughter. I'm not sure how old she was. She had her daughter. They started teaming together. She trained her. They wrestled together as a tag team. They went around wrestling against each other without people, back in the days of kayfabe. But I've got to put them over because they're from Kentucky, and I know they worked a lot of territories. And I didn't get to see Cora live too many times, although I did get to see her live when the old ICW used to come through my town. But Debbie, the daughter of Cora, I started to say the younger of the two. Obviously, if you're the daughter, younger of the two, she was pretty easy on the eyes herself, and she worked for ICW quite a bit. And I think Lady Satan was her main opponent a lot when they came through my town, and I got to see Debbie wrestle quite a bit. So that's my two shout-outs, just because of the Kentucky heritage is there, and I found it fascinating as mother-daughter, and they had such a long, long career traveling together, working with each other and against each other. So.
Read the book that has the literary and wrestling worlds on fire. Pin Me, Pay Me, Have Boots Will Travel, by accomplished professional wrestler Bobby Blaze Smedley. The incredible story of one man's battle to overcome all odds and realize a lifelong dream. Travel with Bobby in the ring, on the road, and around the world, including inside stories from WWE, WCW, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and more. Forward to the book written by Jim Cornette. Buy your copy of Pin Me, Pay Me, Have Boots Will Travel on Amazon.com today.